Good evening. Never have we had two basketball teams from our coverage area play against one another with a WIAA State Championship on the line. Undefeated and number 1 ranked Aquinas versus undefeated and number 2 in the state Melrose Mindoro. Resch Center in Green Bay may as well be called Lacrosse Center East for the day. Slow start for both teams, but Aquinas starts to get rolling. Lexi Donarski pulls up for the floater. Blue Golds up by 5. Aquinas pushing the tempo all game like they have all year. Long pass to Kaya Steiner. She finishes at the hoop. It's a 10-point lead. Mustangs try to keep it close. Katie Christofferson, deep 3, pulls Melman to within 11. A few possessions later, Erica Simmons hits the mid-range. She led all scorers in this one with 14. But Aquinas continues to pull away. Taylor Tayush, good from behind the arc, is a 15-point lead at the half. Blue Golds causing 25 turnovers today. Steiner picks off the pass, easy 2. 13 points, 14 boards for her. Medessa Collins also putting in a good effort in her last game. 2 of her 13 points, also chipped in 11 rebounds. 5 players for the Blue Golds finish in double figures. Aquinas beats Melman 68-52 for the state title. With more, here is News 8's Brian McClune.
In a battle of unbeaten teams from the Coulee Region, it's the Aquinas girls basketball team who will bring home the gold trophy. After losing by 1 point in the title game last season, it was certainly an emotional send-off for this Aquinas group.
It feels a lot better this year to win that gold ball rather than the silver. It was a heartbreaker last year. It really hurt, and I think that we all learned from that and knew that we did not want that to happen again. So yeah, it just feels amazing to be able to have accomplished that this year.
You know, this is the last game. We're not going to get to play with some of these people ever again. And I failed to forget, I forgot that part, but overall it's a great experience. And growing up with all my teammates and growing together this year, last year, it's been great.
It's really emotional to lose a group as great as these kids. I've been with these girls, some of them, since the 3rd grade. To win it for them, nothing like it.
On the other side, Melrose Mindoro's first run to state ends with a runner-up finish. However, the Mustangs are excited for what the future might hold.
You know, 27-1 is not anything to be ashamed of at all. I'm so proud of our team this season. Knowing that all of our starters are going to be coming back next year, it's exciting. I hope to be back here next year.
Aquinas also bringing back a strong core next season led by Lexi Donarski, which means this might not be the last time we see Aquinas and Melrose Mindoro compete against one another on this stage. Reporting from Green Bay, I'm Brian McClune, News 8 Sports.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Bangor's goal going into state was to bring home a ball. They'll do that. The question now is silver or gold. Cardinals facing undefeated and number 1 ranked Blackhawk in the Division 5 title game. Just like in the semifinals, Bangor starts fast. Elizabeth Nikolai hits it from the corner, gives Bangor a 6-point advantage. Later on, the pass to Ariana Hunt. She lines it up from downtown. Cardinals lead 20-11 at the break. Second half, Emma Whitmershouse at the wing. 3 of her 9 points. Cardinals up a dozen. 28 Bangor turnovers, though, keep Blackhawk in the game. Brianna Hagan caps a 16-4 run, and it's a tied ball game at 27. Cardinals, though, answer right back with a run of their own. Nikolai knocks down the baseline jumper. Bangor outscores Blackhawk 12-2 the rest of the way to win 39-29, program's second ever state championship. For more, we go back to News 8's Brian McClune.
It's been 21 years since the Bangor girls last won a basketball state title. Well, that gold ball from 1997 is going to have to make some room for 2018. For the 7-member senior class who won 97 games during their time at Bangor, it's the last one that will mean the most.
One of the best days of my life, and I think we can all agree on that. It's crazy in the locker room right now, and they have the right to be that way, feel that way. Knowing that we were always the underdog when it came to this, and just playing with our hearts are there, that was what counted, and it's just awesome to end my season this way.
Really at a loss for words, but we knew before the game we had to play with a lot of heart, and before the game, Coach asked, how much heart do you guys have, and everybody just exploded with that we have way more heart than their team. We just came out and played with all we had.
So 3 teams from the Coulee Region make the long trip to Green Bay for the state tournament, and all of them will be going home with some hardware. That's going to do it for the 2018 Girls State Basketball Tournament. I'm Brian McClune, News 8 Sports.
Thanks for the coverage all weekend long in Green Bay. Still to come in sports, boys basketball playoffs in Minnesota and Wisconsin, including Central, going for a state appearance three-peat. Welcome back. Even with the graduation of their top 2 scorers from a year ago, Central is back in familiar territory. Defending state champion Red Raiders facing Marshfield at Stevens Point. Winner advances to state. Quick start for Central. Johnny Davis comes up with the steal. His shot on the other end misses, but Terrence Thompson is there to clean it up. It's a 7-0 start. Then it's Johnny on the defensive end again, this time getting a huge block. Noah Parcher collects the ball, gets a 3-point play, and they lead 32-15. Marshfield ends the half strong, though. Anthony Postoluk, 3, cuts the deficit to single digits. But maybe the play of the game. Time running out in the first half. Jordan Davis holds for the last shot. Hit a little crossover, shot up is good. 38-27 lead at the half, and they picked up in the second half right where they left off. The Johnny Davis layup in traffic caps a 17-0 run to start the second half. Then Parcher with the no-look pass to Johnny for 2 more of his game-high 23 points. It's a state appearance three-peat for Central as they win 72-52. That big bucket by Jordan Davis right before halftime, swinging momentum the rest of the way for the Red Raiders.
And it was like a motivator in the halftime, saying like don't let up, keep the gas pedal going. I mean, it was a big play, but I'm happy to win.
Coach Berger does a good job of telling us to keep the gas pedal down, so we knew we had to keep the spurt going and never stop. First off, we have to get stops on the defensive end, and then I think we just ran. That's our best style of basketball. When we run, I think we can get teams in trouble.
Will the third time be a charm? Third straight year Bangor plays in the sectional finals, looking for the program's first state appearance since 1936. Early in the game, Caleb Miedema catches the inbound pass and rises for the triple. Cardinals go up 3-2. Few possessions later, Miedema drives in and dishes it off to Grant Mankey down low. He powers his way up for the and one. Bangor now up 9-2. Later on, Mankey draws attention inside. He goes back outside to Luke Reeder, who is pure from the corner. Cardinals score 20 unanswered after going down 2-0. More Bangor. It's Miedema who pulls up off the bounce. His shot goes down from just inside the arc. It's 37-19 at the break. Second half, Bangor continues to flex their muscles. Drew Johnson gets in on the fun with the corner 3. And the Cardinal coronation continues as the Bangor boys return to state for the first time in 82 years. They win by 40, 76-36 the final.
It's a huge accomplishment. Just want to make the town proud, and I'm sure they're happy for us.
It's unbelievable to lose it within 2 points your first year and 1 point last year on a buzzer beater. It needed to happen. I don't know what happened if we didn't win tonight. That wouldn't be good. Oh, it feels great. It's a feeling I can't describe.
In Minnesota, Caledonia gets St. Charles in their section semifinal. Both teams 24-4 on the year. St. Charles knocking off Caledonia when they met in early January. Winner of today's meeting plays for a trip to state next week. First half action, Caledonia's Owen King no-look pass alley-oop to Martin Morum. Warriors go up by 1. Saints respond. Nolan Boyce hits the 3. This game would be tied at halftime. Second half, though, belongs to Caledonia. Owen King hands off to Noah King, who hits the 3. Cal goes up by 10. Noah with 34 points. Later, more Warriors, more Owen King. This time hitting the 3 of his 24 points. Morum also with 22. A big second half gives Caledonia revenge and a 99-78 win.
We came in knowing we had to play harder. I mean, that was the reason we got beat the first time, was effort. And they're a great team, and they hit a lot of shots, and we were able to fight through it and get the win.
In Section 1A, top seed Rushford Peterson takes on Kingsland. We pick this up in the second half. Rush beats Jacob Paulson, floats one into Ben Ansel for the bucket. Trojans go up 29-19. Rush Pete staying in control. Landon Scallett drives to the bucket, finds Ansel for 2 more. Trojans remain in control. Luke O'Hare flies through the lane. He puts it in. Rushford Peterson takes care of business. They win 56-43. Spring Grove holds the 2 seed. They take on Lyle Pacelli. First half, Spring Grove's Noah Elton hits the 3 as they go up by 3 early on. Second half now, Lyle Pacelli can't miss from downtown. Jed Nelson 3-pointer, and they have a 4-point advantage. Lions, though, go back on the prowl. Aiden Solomon hits the floater in the lane. They're up now by 9, and they win 68-60. So Spring Grove faces Rush Pete next Saturday with a trip to state on the line. And the Badgers women's hockey team is headed to the Frozen Four after a 4-0 win over Minnesota.